several hours last week to accomplish something that you can do in one click in OBS. So what I was working on is I wanted to be able to create overlays just like the ones that you see on your screen right now. It says Ops Department down at the bottom. So I set up a fairly complicated, at least now that I know how to do it with just a couple button clicks, a pretty complicated setup using nginx and ffmpeg. And so what I was doing is I set nginx up as as a reverse proxy, so it brings in the RTMP stream from OBS, and then it's passing it off to ffmpeg, like you can see here on your screen, this highlighted code. What this is saying is to take in the RTMP stream and then overlay this overlay image.png file, and then I'm scaling it to the exact same size as the video. That's what this section is doing, and then sending it back out with the video overlaid. So let me get that set up. Actually, forgot I was testing something else. Set up a stream to show you what it is that I was doing. I'll move the camera over here while I'm already set up. Good. All right, so I'm going to move you over to be able to see the MacBook on your screen now. So this is the streaming setup that I was testing with, and as you can see, there's no overlay at all right now. Right, it's just the image there, and then I have a color source in the background. What I was actually after is, if I can find the tab, switch over to this. So if you see on your screen now, there is a bar across the bottom of the screen. This is being overlaid in real time by nginx. Well, not really by nginx. Got distracted looking at myself. It is that is overlaying that in real time. Now, that shouldn't have been that difficult, and I wasted hours and hours doing this. And what I eventually discovered, I'll take you back to the MacBook, is I could do an image source. And let's see if we can jump quick to one of the correct images. And now that file can actually be updated in real time. So if I do terminal here, so you can see on your screen now that this is running on a different machine. So I'm updating that image in real time, and OBS is updating it as well. If we switch back over to what that stream actually looks like, now that I think about it, actually I'll switch you back over to the Mac, and I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to switch this over to my non-overlay endpoint in that nginx. Get that pulled up over here. Go live to. so now I'll switch you back to the screen, and you can see that same overlay is working with OBS, but I'm not needing to do anything crazy through FFmpeg. So I've been pretty impressed with that. I like that I figured that out. I can now make overlays in something like Canva, just make it the same size as my OBS canvas, and make it have a transparent background, and then I can have these overlay on top of the live stream. It makes it look a little bit more professional. Pro tip that I've learned so far: don't look at your own video that's streaming, because it's a few seconds behind and it will confuse you. Switch you back here. And so in my digging around trying to figure out how to do this, I kept running into things called media servers. I found something called Ant Media Server. I found one called Red 5, Curento, all these different things. Well, this morning I actually found something called OvenMedia Server. OvenMediaEngine. I'm actually going to put you on my screen now. OvenMediaEngine claims to be the whole thing all in one. Now it's not doing transcoding, so if you need to do video modification in real time, it's not going to do that. But it seems to be a complete product that has everything that you need from the media server, so that's what you're going to point your video into, the libraries to embed the players in your web pages or your apps, and then they have this Oven Live kit. I don't know exactly what it is. I think that's their paid product, but I want to take a look at this, the free thing. So I've actually went ahead and already got it set up. In fact, I'm going to switch you back to my Mac, and I'm going to change this stream here. Okay. Start streaming. So this has that same Mac now pointed at this OvenMediaEngine server. Let me make sure that the playback is coming through. It is. It actually reconnected. So here, this is the Oven player. I'm not super familiar with it. I haven't worked with it very much, but you can see how close to real time that is. I mean, it's really not. I'm gonna touch my head, and you see they're seconds behind. I mean, it is almost real time streaming now. What's on screen is via WebRTC, I believe. It's not actually the traditional HLS. Here on screen, I do have the HLS player set up, and you can see it is just a little bit further behind. That's just kind of due to the nature of HLS, which I've had the pleasure of learning a little bit about over the last week or so. But all in all, I wasted several hours learning about FFmpeg and all these things I really didn't need to learn, but I did learn how RTMP works a little bit more. It's not perfect. I don't completely understand it. You can see that sub-second latency streaming. That's they say anything under 3 seconds they get to call sub-second. I don't understand that, but that's the rules. But I just thought I'd share that again. I spent hours, and I'll do a full write-up on this for anybody in the future who's ever trying to figure out how to overlay an image using FFmpeg and nginx. There were a few people out there asking, and I pieced it all together. I got it to work. It really did actually work pretty well. It took about 2 CPU cores to transcode that image live. But it worked. I was able to update that image in real time the same way. But I think doing it via OBS makes more sense. So I'm going to stick with that moving forward. This is going to be a really short stream. I'm actually going to end it in the next few seconds. Just I wanted to get something uploaded. Wanted to kind of let you know what I had been up to, and that it had been successful, and show you this OvenMedia engine. Seems like a pretty neat project. I'm going to keep playing with it a little bit more. They have an API so you can trigger different events. I think that's going to be fun to play with. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll get something uploaded a little faster next time. I hope the audio quality came through okay this time. I've been having issues with that, but I'm on different equipment right now. So hopefully it's all running. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks.